Hello, love. This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse. Stick with me for the hottest news and subscribe to this channel to get somewhere new. So is it life or death by monogamy? Monogamy, what is it? Life or death? Oh my goodness, darling. I go back and forth, and that makes it really difficult for me in relationships, because if I meet somebody wonderful, I want to protect the love, and the feeling of the monogamy often feels like a cage going around us, immediately killing the love, immediately making us, you know, scared. And then on the other hand, without the monogamy, there's this feeling like there's no honoring, there's no sacred space, there's no devotion. And when the monogamy is there, it's a feeling of, we love each other, we're committed to each other, we can be at peace, we can just enjoy this, right? Now, I want you to feel out, okay, just feel out which aspect of what happens in monogamy for you. At what point do you stop being freely expressive? Do you stop seeing the friends you want to see? Do you stop being as wild and joyous? If you can notice that, and then just sort of come back to who you were before you started on this idea of the one and only, then maybe we can find a way to, have love and freedom, which I'm in the quest to find for us. That what are the components that allow us to have love and freedom? Like one thing I liked saying to a friend of mine the other day is, tell me you want me wild and free, but devoted to you. Hey, hi friend. So that's like a desire, that comes from my heart, like, both things at once. Okay, we're in the quest, we're opening up the question, and you are going to try 1 month, okay? A 1 month trial month of doing the thing that you stopped doing when you became monogamous, okay? But you're going to talk to each other about it, all right? And say, okay, we're gonna start doing this thing again I felt more alive when I was doing this one thing that I stopped doing when I met you. Okay, let's start there. Start gentle. Okay, much love, darling. Love, light. Okay, subscribe. Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden. This is Eve Christoph, your Love Life Muse. Stick with me for the hottest news and subscribe to this channel to get somewhere new. So let's talk about the Tinder box, the whole scene going on with Tinder, this hookup scene world where people go on there just to like get a one-night stand, and women are doing it, guys are doing it, everybody's doing this thing. So, but here's the deal, all right? This is very interesting. Never before have women had the opportunity to simply put out, I want to be sexual tonight with somebody I think is cute, and I don't want to have any responsibility to them. I don't want to have to be married. I just want to get some new experiences and feel hot tonight and be pleasured. Throughout history, it's been, she's got to no sex till marriage, or the women are owned by their family and then, sold off basically with their dowries, and now it's really this exciting thing for women to be able to just be light about it, to be exploratory, to love their sexuality and not feel like they're sinful simply for feeling the delight of sensuality, sexuality, romance without huge bunch of commitment. And for young women, this is pretty interesting. I mean, it's pretty important to have time to explore, chance to learn about who you are, right? But I keep hearing these stories about guys who get into a hookup scene. They're on the beach. The girl has called up the 19-year-old, like, let's do this. And they get there and they can't. They can't get it up. There's this young, gorgeous thing saying, do me, and he can't do it. This is so, I can't tell you how many times guys have told me this story. Now, let's look at this, okay? The fact that you can't get it up, right? And then the next month you totally can with somebody else. Let's look at the heart connection factor for men with their cocks, okay? You've been sold this whole bill of goods that your cock is not heart connected, that your cock just does its own thing and doesn't have to love anybody or be loved, right? And that may have been true for quite a while. When you were young, you just had this sexuality that just, you know, these sensations that they were their own force, and no matter what you saw or did, it was always it was doing its own thing. But at a certain point, the man starts to mature, where he notices when people love him, don't love him, gaining respect versus not actually being respected or cared about, you know, and how different that feels. And his cock starts to become heart connected. Okay, so he can get it out totally wild for the one that he's really in love with, or who's in love with him, and then he just can't for random encounters. So this is the funny thing. It shows that the truth is really that women are the ones that are wilder than men. When they're given the chance to just be in their own energy, they can enjoy encounters that aren't necessarily going to last more easily than the men. Woo! That's the truth. Listen to that train coming in. That's your train. Okay, darling? It's your train. All right, get on it. Follow your heart. That's the message. Follow your heart. You can follow your heart on Tinder. I've met a couple people who've gotten married from that whole deal. But I just don't want to judge anybody in this new day and age where the feminine sexuality is healing the planet in a whole new way. You know, there's a statistic that shows that where there is peace on earth, more peace anyway, the women are promiscuous. And where there is war, the women are owned and have to be like, yeah, you know, the guys are, she's mine forever. And they're warring over the women, they're warring over the forcing their cocks out into the world and into women. So America, interestingly enough, although we wreak war all over the world in this horrible way, it being peaceful here basically has to do with how promiscuous women are. I mean, people are having affairs and men, you know, all over the place. They're just doing their thing. They're switching up their partners. They're doing polyamory. They're doing multiple monogomies. So let's just respect the fact that you guys are not, you don't need to think of yourselves as inept when you can't get it up. Think of it as, wow, I'm deeper than the woman is here. The woman's just offering some free experience and she doesn't really care about you or anything. She's just having some fun. You're the deeper one. You're longing for real deep connection and your cock is telling you so. It's all reversed. The whole story's reversed. Think of the bonobo monkeys. We come from bonobos more than chimps. If you read Sex at Dawn, they show you all the proof of that and how the patriarchy has been trying to keep this evidence from coming into the public eye. Because as soon as you see the correlations between us and bonobo monkeys, all religion goes out the window. All the Bibles, all of them sound like a bunch of crap because bonobo monkeys, they do each other all day long. They have like a tribe of masturbation. It solves all problems according to the bonobos, and it's totally matriarchal. The whole tribe is like whichever monkeys have gotten as many as in with the favors of the old lady monkey who's loved by her the most. Those are the happiest, most powerful monkeys in the tribe. See? Let's look at the truth of the deeper story. All right. Okay. Much love, darling. Love light.